This video is designed for scanning with DezignWorks for Inventor, utilizing the Faro device, and merging two meshes. This video assumes you've been through the getting started for probing and scanning. So we're going to go ahead and scan part of this little gnome. We're going to then move it and scan some more and merge the two scans. Since you've already been through the DezignWorks scanning, you know that you can go to this DezignWorks Scan tab and select Scan. To start, we're going to take the defaults and we're going to utilize the Faro, and you'll see a colored line there to indicate where we're working. We're going to tap the green button and we're going to scan this little gnome. So the key to your success here is overlapping data. You want to make sure you overlap about 50% of the part. Now we know we can scan this all in one scan, but this is more of a training video to show you how to use the merging tools. We'll tap the green button to stop, and we'll come on the other side. We have a camera in the way. We'll scan some more. So I'm basically going to scan like half of this, and then we're going to move it. You can see we're moving the device up and down to get some of this undercut. Tap the green button to start and tap it to stop. So here I'm going to turn the laser so I can get down this undercut area. But again, we're assuming you've been through the scanning getting started. So we scanned this. I'll move to the other side, get a little bit more. But again, the key is overlap, especially the more complex. We'll scan a little bit more over here. And this is just for training. So if you wanted to merge all this, you want to scan one side of it really good. And again, about 50% of the other. So the default settings are set to 30 thousandths triangles. And notice it's a tad washed out. Let's go ahead and change it right now. Let's bump this down to 20. We'll save it. And we'll give it a name. We recommend giving it a name with the size of the scan. So we scanned some other parts in here too. So we're going to say scan 3. We'll say 20 thousandths. You don't need the decimal. Again, it's just to let you know what you were doing and what the triangle size. And you'll say this will update a little bit, and you'll see how it's more definition. And when you're going ahead and do this, you do want to make sure you have a good definition on this. So if you were at this point and you wanted to scan some more, you could. So again, we saved it, and then we're just going to go ahead and clear this. We'll even pretend we come in the next day. So we're going to come in the next day. In this case, we're going to move it. So I'm going to move the little part down here, turn it around a little bit. So we'll turn this. We'll come back into the Scan tab. And like we're going to start a brand new scan. And if you knew you scanned this at 20, you could go ahead and change it now, or you can change it later. Doesn't matter. You do want these to match. So you don't want side A scanned at 20 and side B scanned at 50. So we're going to go ahead and scan. Tap the green button on the Faro. Again, the key is overlap. So really and truthfully, we didn't scan much of the back on the other part. Tap the green button to stop. I'm moving around the camera. And again, in review, we know we can do this all in one scan. But again, it's for training to show you how to merge. It's very simple to scan with DezignWorks, and this is a real mesh. This isn't a point cloud that you got to go and do all the cleanup. It's cleaning and smoothing on the fly. So we'll scan around here some. So let's take a look at our model. We'll rotate it around. On the previous model, you notice we didn't scan much on the front. On the back. It was scanned all on the front. So in this case, we scanned the back better because we already have an overlap. So in reality, to make this work better, you should scan some on the front. You really want about a 50% overlap for best results. So let's go ahead. We'll put the Faro down. Let's save this. And we know it's number 3. So sometimes I'll just click on this and then I'll just change this number. Tell me the scan number. This is scan 4 at 20 thousandths. So now to merge, we're going to go ahead and select merge. But make sure you save both your scans first. Merge DZWL and ask you what do you want to merge with. We'll do scan 3. A new window is going to appear. If it's the first time that you've used DezignWorks, you may have to resize this. When you first open it up for the very first time, it may look like something like this. Just go ahead and grab the corners, normal windows, make it fit over it. So you can go ahead to look at the controls. You can hit F1. Sometimes you have to click the screen with the left mouse and then hit F1. If you have a 3D mouse, you can rotate these. If you don't, you can use your regular mouse. I like to take a look at both of these. So if you tap the number 1 key, it unlocks the first scan. You can rotate it around however you want. Tap the number 2 key, toggles the second scan you did. And if you tap the 2 again, it locks them back down, and you can rotate them independently then. So 1 and 2, rotate these. We kind of recommend you turn them, get them close. Some people actually will overlap them. They'll actually hit the 1 key and they'll overlap this. You don't have to do that and get it real close. At this point, we're going to go ahead and tell it to automatically fit these. There also is a snap mode and there's a fine tune. So we're going to hit the A for automatic. It's actually the easiest method. In the event you had something symmetrical, you may want to go help it and use the snap. You select points on both the meshes. This is very fast and efficient. Key to your success is 50% overlap, but also make sure you have it turned down. You don't want the texture real high. So this is telling me we're at about 19, actually about 1,009/10, 1,007/10, max deviation of this. And you can rotate at this point. You really don't want to unlock it because they would come separate. So let's say you want it better. We can go up here and go to the fine tune. It's an M key. Hit the M. This sometimes can take a little longer, especially on large models, because it's really going in and fine tuning. So this actually has it down to 1,000, 8/10, and 2,000ths. Now, if you wanted to, you can run that over and over. That's great for aligning. We'll say OK. And hit the green check box. That's going to go ahead and align your meshes. Now, if you have more than 2, you just keep merging. At this point, we would tell you to save this. You could say something like complete scan or whatever you want to call it. Just whatever you can identify it with. Merge 3 and 4020. Whatever you need to do to identify it. At that point, it's saved. And we can go ahead and check this. Go to Feature and Mesh Validation. In this case, I haven't actually modeled this yet. But once you lay a surface on it, you can run the feature to mesh validation. That's in some of the other videos. But you can zoom in and see how clear this is, how well aligned it. We appreciate your business and have a great day.